I'm done staying silent. It's been a minute since I decided to start my YouTube channel, and then I suddenly stopped. Kind of ran out of topics to talk about as I got caught up on my own life and didn't know what other advice I could give as I'm trying to figure myself out. And in light of everything that's been happening over the last few months, especially over the last week, I can't stay silent anymore. And I know posting this video is probably going to cause me to lose a lot of friends, probably going to cause a lot of text messages, and it's been really hitting me more deeply than I ever wanted it to. But I keep thinking about Akeelah. With everything that's going on, I cannot help but say her name every night before I go to bed. And I will be honest, this is the first night I've been back in my apartment in months, because I haven't felt like me. I haven't felt safe. And I don't really know what that's supposed to look like anymore. We're living in a world of questions. We're living in a world of hate. We're living in a world of love. We're living in a world of what should be, what could be, what there is, what there isn't. And it's so hard to process. And for me mentally, especially over the last few days, this has been probably one of the most hardest journeys personally I've had to experience, especially because I keep thinking about Akeelah Jackson. If you're my friend on Facebook, you know that I had heard from a student of mine this past year that she was hit by a police officer, and she was crossing the street in Jennings. This particular student really meant a lot to me. You guys have no idea. It literally haunts me at night. And I wish I could explain it as an educator, as her teacher. Previously, I feel like running into her a year ago around the time that she was hit and killed happened for a reason. I don't know how else to put it into words, but there had to be a reason. I loved her so much. As soon as I heard the name, I was like, what? No. Not Akeelah. Never Akeelah. So, to give you guys a background, Akeelah was crossing the street last fall, 2 days after my 31st birthday, October 14th, around 6 p.m. And she was out playing, as preteens, kids do, in North St. Louis. She no longer attended the school that I teach at, but, you know, we all cross the street. We all don't look twice. We all make mistakes when we're that young. We even make mistakes when we're this old too. And unfortunately, she was hit by a white police officer who was supposedly in pursuit of a suspect that they thought was stealing. This particular police officer did not have his lights on, did not have his sirens on, and he was going 60 miles an hour within seconds of a 35 mile an hour part. Everyone knows who this police officer is. I'm not condoning police officers that they're all bad, because I do have friends and I've had other acquaintances that I know that are going to be very offended by things that I say, and that's the last thing that I want. But this particular police officer was not charged until we were in quarantine during COVID in March for what had happened. Akeelah Jackson died about 2 weeks after getting hit, and I just remember reading posts, and I posted limited things, but with the light of what's going on, I have to say something, as I spoke before. This is not sitting well with me. I have been having nightmares. I don't speak about it because what do you say? I remain silent because I'm scared, because I'm not educated on this particular time, on past times. I try to talk about it and I get emotional, or I just hide because I don't know what to say. All I know is that her life mattered so much, and it's going to be forever in my heart how much her life mattered. I had her for 2.5 years of my going on 10-year career. She was a bright and brilliant student. She lit up a room. Even when I saw her, she recognized me first. Usually students shy away, but she said, "Miss Latta, why are you here?" And I ran up and gave her a hug. And now I find myself today at Walmart, hoping I see my students so I can run up and give them a hug and say, "I see you, I hear you, and I love you so much. And I'm so sorry for everything that you are going through personally. And I wish I understood. I'm trying to understand so much. I really am. I'm trying to educate myself every day. It's very hard for me to get on Facebook and Instagram and any other types of social media because I'm all about the love. It's very hard for me to see so many hate things and so much uproar. But I just want you all to know that I do hear you and I do see you and I love you so much. And you deserve to hear her name. It's Akeelah Jackson. It was Akeelah Jackson. And she deserves to be heard, as well as the thousands and thousands of other names that we've lost. I love you police officers for taking a stand and believing what is right. And I love my coworkers and colleagues. I love my friends for taking a stand in what is right. I believe in you. I know you will seek out what you believe in too, but just know that this has hit me so personally hard. And this is the first I've openly spoken about it. And how much this particular little child had an impact on me and how much she has meant to me, because that's how much you all mean to me, because Black lives matter more than anything right now. And I hear you, I see you, and I love you. Good night.